The mid-morning sky over Manhattan was leaden and oppressive as journalists and spectators filed into the federal courthouse on May 28, 2025, the 11th day of Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering and sex trafficking trial. Out on the streets, news tickers noted that Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, the prosecution's star witness, had given birth to a baby boy just hours before. The witnesses and the setting. Into this brooding atmosphere marched the day's witnesses. First up were law enforcement like Los Angeles Fire Department arson specialist Lance Jimenez and LAPD detective Christopher Ignacio, both flown in for prosecution testimony. Later, Combs' longtime stylist Deontay Nash, a 32-year-old man with closely cropped hair, glasses, and a thin beard, was escorted into the witness chair. In the gallery, Combs sat impassive in a tailored suit, watchful beneath steady eyes. His attorneys, lead counsel Mark Agnifilo and associates Xavier Donaldson and Alexandra Shapiro, kept their noses buried in files, occasionally exchanging quiet asides. The prosecution team, led by Maureen Comey and Christy Slavic, was disciplined and earnest. The jury of 8 women and 4 men, unusually quiet and sometimes restless, took their seats in silence. The morning light crept in through courtroom windows as arson investigator Lance Jimenez left, and stylist Deontay Nash, right, prepared to testify. The courtroom air felt strangely chilly. Nash unzipped his black and yellow bomber jacket and sighed. "It's freezing in here. How y'all do this all day?" Prompting a wry smile from the defense, he later quipped of his jacket, "Not your size," when asked about it. Outside, the spring sun shone bright, but inside, the air conditioning left the room icy. Jurors shivered beneath layers. Combs himself tugged at the collar of his shirt, while Nash's manner was relaxed and articulate as he spoke. Nash, who worked for Combs and Ventura for a decade, testified under subpoena with a calm demeanor, though the content of his testimony was anything but calm. Defense lawyers would later highlight that Nash remains a friend to Cassie Ventura to this day, even helping her choose her wedding dress and discussing what she would wear at the trial. The defense argued that these ongoing ties to Cassie could bias Nash's story, but prosecutors pointed out that Nash had no civil claim against Combs, he had filed no lawsuits against Combs and has demanded no money from him, and that he insisted he did not hate him, portraying himself simply as a longtime friend concerned for Cassie's safety. Nash spoke like a man exhaling poison he'd swallowed for years. He painted a portrait of Cassie Ventura's life under Combs not as a glamorous fairy tale, but as a meticulously controlled prison.